Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Belvidere police name a person of interest in this weekend's triple murder case. Investigators want to hear from the suspect, now in custody on separate charges. A deadly car crash victim's dad talks about the day that took his 16-year-old from him. The man wants justice while police search for the person they say is responsible.
When they sign up, they either get a blue chip or a red chip, and we're just hoping that there's more blue chips in the jar at the end of the day.
Firefighters and police officers often work together to save lives during emergencies. That's no different now as the state line battles a blood shortage. You can take part in this friendly competition. Good evening. I'm Eric Wilson. Mimi Murphy is off tonight. Investigators name a person of interest in the triple homicide in Belvidere Sunday. Rachel Perry's been following this case since the start. Rachel, someone is in custody on separate charges.
That's right, Eric. Alize Smith was arrested Tuesday for parole violations. The 24-year-old has also been named a person of interest in the murders of Andrew Hint and his two sons, just 5 and 7 years old. The Belvidere police chief says Smith was with Andrew and the boys the morning of December 19th, the same day their bodies were found inside their home on Union Avenue. Belvidere Police Chief Shane Woody says the U.S. Marshals Service contacted them Tuesday that they had taken Alize Smith into custody on an Illinois Department of Corrections warrant for parole violations. Belvidere detectives interviewed Smith, who is now in the Boone County Jail on that unrelated warrant. He's being held with no bond. That same day, detectives executed a search warrant for a home in Huntley, where several pieces of evidence were taken from the home. Now, family and friends are grieving the loss of Andrew and his two boys. The Boone County coroner confirming after the autopsy, all three were shot. As seen here, neighbors tell me Andrew would often take the kids on dirt bike rides around the neighborhood and say the boys were full of life and energy. In a statement, Andrew's fiance and mother to the boys writes, quote, "There are no words that I can truly say to describe the insurmountable pain we're all going through. Benjamin, Sebastian, and Andrew, I love you boys. We will never be the same again. Our hearts will never be whole again," end quote. Andrew's aunt tells me the family now wants justice and says what was taken from them will never be replaced.
And I know that whether it's in jail he's caught or whether someone finds him, they will make sure he pays for this, for what he did to two innocent little boys.
The investigation is still ongoing. Belvidere police continue to ask for tips from the public regarding the tragedy. Andrew's vehicle is still missing. Information on that is on our website, mystateline.com. Eric?
Thank you, Rachel. The family of a Rockford East High School football player calls on the community to help put the man responsible for a deadly crash behind bars. Police say Diari Steele was driving under the influence when he crashed into Mason Hayda's car. Michelle Rabe spoke with Hayda's dad. Michelle, he hopes for justice.
That's right, Eric. The Hayda family's Christmas will be very different this year. The death of 16-year-old Mason has left a void in the family's heart. They not only want justice, but they want to see the other driver behind bars.
It makes me very angry thinking about it, because my boy's supposed to be here.
4 months ago, the lives of the Hayda family was flipped upside down after 16-year-old Mason was killed in a car crash.
That's pretty much just one day at a time. One day at a time, and now Thanksgiving was rough, but Christmas is definitely going to be a lot more difficult.
The crash left the family with a mix of emotions toward the 18-year-old charged in Mason's death, Diari Steele.
For his family to get to call him or see him or something like that for the holidays, and we don't get to do that because of the decision his stupid self did, it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
Mason's father, Leroy Hayda, was shocked by the results of the toxicology report.
It showed that he had cocaine and marijuana in his system, and which it kind of made sense now, because who's out just smoking weed doing 100 miles an hour down the road? Nobody.
Now the Haydas want justice for Mason.
It breaks me all the way down. It does my wife the same. It does the kids the same. His sisters, his brothers. He's a very loved and a very missed dude. So if you know where he's at, let the authorities know, convince him into turning himself in.
There's currently a warrant out for DRE Steele's arrest. If you know where he is, call Rockford Police. Eric.
Thanks, Michelle. A COVID-19 pill from PFIZER is now the first at-home treatment for the virus to secure federal approval. The FDA authorized the drug for high-risk patients as well as adults and children 12 and older. It's the first treatment that doesn't require a shot or IV and could ease the strain on hospitals. The drug maker says tests show the pill reduces the chances of hospitalization and severe infection by nearly 90% if taken within 3 days of the patient showing symptoms. A similar pill from Merck is expected to earn approval in the next few days. Belvidere School District 100's top administrator is moving on. Dr. Daniel WOESTMAN announced he will leave the district at the end of the school year. The educator will serve as the superintendent of Warren Township schools in Gurnee. WOESTMAN got his start as a high school English teacher. He then moved on to leadership roles with Rockford Public Schools and Hononegah Schools before taking the job in Belvidere. Some state-line organizations that help families have a roof over their heads get a Christmas gift. Federal grants through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development have been awarded to 3 local groups. Winnebago County Housing Authority received more than $233,000. Rockford Housing Authority got $180,000, and Freeport's Housing Authority was awarded $72,000. Funding is meant to empower families to increase their income and lessen their dependence on welfare assistance. South Beloit first responders go head-to-head in an effort to save lives. It's the city's first Battle of the Badges blood drive. Donors are rolling up their sleeves on behalf of either the fire or police department. The agency with the most donations wins a trophy. Donors take home a t-shirt and are entered to win movie tickets and a free night stay at a hotel. Organizers say patients are the real winners. One blood donation could mean the difference between life or death for 3 people. South Beloit's police chief says he's inspired to start a new tradition of giving blood.
We're having a little friendly competition, but the most important thing is that we're helping to save lives. Honestly, this is my first time ever donating, so I will definitely continue to do it on a regular basis. So it's a great cause.
The Battle of the Badges is going on until 6 tonight at the South Beloit Fire Department. If you need a dose of holiday cheer, be sure to tune in to our annual Sounds of the Holidays. The hour-long special includes performances by choirs from 7 state-line high schools. Times and channels are there on your screen. Your first chance to watch here on WTVO is Friday at 4 p.m., then again at noon on Christmas Day. Christmas is Saturday, only 3 days away. That means you only have 2 days left to finish shopping for presents. Nikel Delgado found quite a few people leaving it all to the last minute. Right, Nikel?
That's right, Eric. I stopped by a few stores along East State Street in Rockford today, and while stores were busy and parking lots are full, it still wasn't too bad. One shopper told me why she waited so long to pick up the perfect gift.
We weren't sure if we were actually going to do Christmas this year. We wanted to be sure everybody was healthy.
Pam Gonzalez hurried out to her favorite stores as soon as she heard her family was healthy and ready to celebrate. And this year is even more special with a new grandbaby.
This year is exceptionally good to be able to get together with family, so we're really excited about it this year, for sure.
While Pam wasn't planning on shopping last minute, Thomas Upham tells me he just can't seem to shake off the habit of shopping late.
Of course, and this is usually my time of the year. If I ever get a gift before December 15th, it's a miracle.
But he doesn't recommend it if you can't handle the stress. Sisters Isabel and Amelia RUNNE are using every second they have to find the perfect gift for their mom. They've been shopping since Black Friday to pick her present, but time is running out. What are you guys thinking of getting her?
We have no idea. We're just... Maybe a tea kettle? Yeah, something. We'll see.
While Pam only has a few more days to finish getting all of the gifts for the kids, she reminds us this time of year is more about being with family than what you get.
You know, it's more of a celebration of getting together, and we're thankful and grateful for that.
If you still need something, you have all day tomorrow. Many stores will close early Friday, Christmas Eve. If you wait until Saturday, then the only places that will be open will be Walgreens and CVS. Eric?
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candice King.
Well, after a couple of warmer days, today felt more winter-like as that colder air rushed in behind a cold front here. Temperatures stuck in the 20s, hard-pressed to make it out of the 30s, and that's where we sit right now in those low 20s. From 23 degrees now in Freeport, 25 in Rockford, Janesville, a little more cloud cover down to the south, so those temperatures sitting in the upper 20s here for us this evening. 26 for our weather watcher Ben in South Beloit. That dew point temperature sitting at 9. So a very, very dry air mass overhead, and that drier air allowing our temperatures to drop back this evening as we hang on to a mostly clear sky. Now we are going to see some of that cloud cover begin to build back in. High pressure shifting down to our southeast. The thick cloud cover we had from earlier today moving out. Starting to see some of that though kind of back build just a little bit to our west across portions of northwest Illinois, and eventually we are going to see those clouds fill back in here as we go through the overnight tonight and into our Thursday. Reason for that? Well, look at the temperature difference. We've got a warm front just off to the southwest. That's where our winds are coming in from the southwest here this evening. So as that warm front moves closer to us, it not only brings in that warmer air, but it also brings in a little bit more moisture. So with that moisture, you see more cloud cover move back in. Until then, temperatures will drop back. I think we'll kind of level off a bit in the low 20s and then rise here as we go into tomorrow morning. Now with the moisture increase in the warm front, not going to rule out maybe a snow flurry or two, especially north of the state line right around sunrise tomorrow. But we see that cloud cover here as we go into our Thursday. Futurecast just before noon wants to bring in a sprinkle or two. We've still got some dry air in the lower levels, so not anything that'll be too significant. If we were to see maybe a brief light shower or a sprinkle or more cloud cover during the day, good portion of us going to stay dry, just a little bit more on the cloudy side. I think though by the afternoon we should start to clear out. We get a little more dry air coming in, but by Thursday night we get more of a surge of that warmth, so temperatures staying more on the mild side, actually in the 30s there Thursday going into our Christmas Eve morning. Now, as we bring in more cloud cover, more moisture, we've got a couple of showers that'll be with us. Those clouds, some drizzle for Friday afternoon, better chance for some lighter showers then coming in by Friday evening. So keep that in mind if you've got some last minute travel or you're traveling there, maybe going out to some Christmas Eve services. Christmas Day itself, temperatures will be in the lower 40s. Might start off with some rain showers with some lighter snow up to the north, watching an area of low pressure that'll kind of slide to the south of us. It's a weaker low, but it keeps that chance for precipitation there in the forecast. Now, as we head into the latter part of the weekend and early next week, we've got more west to east, or what we call zonal flow. So this keeps several storm systems kind of working through, none of which is too significant, but we do have to keep an eye on Sunday night and Tuesday, which could bring us a better chance for some precipitation both of those times heading into next week. One thing you'll notice, at least here in the short term, is the lack of intrusion of colder air. That stays bottled up to the north. That could change though as we get closer to the new year, and those temperatures could be dropping as we ring in 2022. So 25 or right around there is where we'll end up here late this evening. Temperatures will rise into tomorrow. I do think we'll make it up to about 45 for tomorrow afternoon, 48 on Friday. Friday we've got some fog for the evening, so that may slow you down if you're traveling. Keep that in mind. 44 for Christmas Day, 40 there on Sunday, and then Eric, you see we stay in the 30s here as we head into next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
Will we see the college football playoffs, or won't we? Or will we get a stripped-down version of it? The semifinals are scheduled to be played New Year's Eve, but with COVID cases spreading, there's a real possibility that one or more of the 4 semifinal teams might not be able to field a team. Today, the College Football Playoff Committee announced that if a team has a COVID outbreak, it will simply forfeit the game, and its opponent will advance to the national championship game. If 2 teams from the same semifinal game are both unable to field teams, the winner of the other semifinal game will be declared the national champion. And if neither semifinal game can be played, the national championship for this year will be considered vacant. No champion. It's hard to argue with the committee's ruling. They can't pull up Notre Dame or Ohio State to replace one of the semifinal teams. That would create a huge domino effect through the bowls, leaving the Rose Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl in a lurch. Those are the games Ohio State and Notre Dame are committed to. One possible option is if a team's unable to play, the semifinals could be pushed back a couple weeks to mid-January, with the championship game played at the end of January. But there's no guarantee that all 4 teams will be healthy at that point either. Let's just hope Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, and Cincinnati can avoid a COVID outbreak. Well, the Gator Bowl is already scrambling. Texas A&M cannot participate in it now because that program doesn't have enough healthy players. Wake Forest is the other team slotted for that game. It's possible the Gator Bowl can find a replacement team for Texas A&M that's not already committed to a bowl game or one that's already played in a bowl game. And the Fighting Illini have indicated they are interested. Brett Bielema sent out a tweet saying he's sitting by his phone waiting for a call. Well, the transfer portal is going to cost NIU at least one very productive player. The freshman running back Jay Ducker has entered the portal. He led the Huskies in rushing this season with almost 1,200 yards. You hate to lose a young player with Ducker's talent, but the Huskies will be just fine. In my opinion, the Huskies have 2 running backs who are more talented and who are also coming off their freshman seasons in Harrison Whaley and Ontario Brown. Both were hampered by injuries this season. The MAC schools have always been stepping stones for MAC coaches who move up to Power 5 conference schools. With the transfer portal, I worry about NIU and the MAC schools becoming stepping stones for the players. Every time a young man like Ducker has a big year, he will be tempted to move up. Almost like these smaller D1 schools will become minor league feeder programs for the bigger schools. That's a turnoff. But the portal does work in reverse. NIU benefited big time this year when Rocky Lombardi left Michigan State to become a Husky. It does feel, though, like free agency has hit college football.
Our skies will stay dry here this evening. The first warning interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Temperatures falling back into the 20s will rise a bit, though, as we head through tomorrow. Southerly winds and an increase in cloud cover. Mid-40s for tomorrow afternoon. Look for some rain by Friday evening.
Thanks, Candice, and thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.